Alright guys, we are starting a new chapter. This will be the last chapter of the school year probably. This is chapter 7 and we are going to do the whole chapter. It is on tables and graphs and data and how do we connect those things together and what's the best way to display data. Is it a circle graph? Is it a frequency chart, etc.? Okay, so you need a pencil, you need a calculator, and you need something to write on. Okay, today we are doing 7.1 and it is on making frequency tables, stem and leaf plots, and line plots. I have printed notes available if you want to use those, and remember those are really helpful because tests and quizzes are open notes while we're doing distance learning. Okay, you definitely should be taking notes though somewhere. Alright, first thing we're going to do is a frequency table and then a cumulative frequency table. Don't write the definitions, just above what we're making, write what the name of it is. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a frequency table and then we'll turn it. Okay, so this is grades that people received on an English test. And what you'll do is just put a title at the top, English test grades, English exam grades. And the first column will be the grades, and these are the scores they got. And next, the title will be frequency, and then the last one will be cumulative frequency. What we're going to do first is look at all the numbers, and we're going to see what our smallest number is and what our largest number is. So if I scan through this, it looks like 60 is the smallest and 99 is the largest. So for a frequency table, we always do intervals in the left column. No matter what the title is or what these numbers are, we do intervals. So we're going to do intervals of 10. So you're going to start with 60, because that's the lowest, and go up to 69. And then the next one will start with 70 and go up to 79. And we have 80 and go up to 89. And then 90 and go up to 99. So you can either do intervals of 10 or intervals of 5 in this class, and either of those will work. Okay, so what I do then is I just count. Frequency means how many. So how many numbers are between 60 and 69? So I'm just scanning through. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers that are between 60 and 69, so I put 4 there. And then I count how many are between 70 and 79. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 that are between 70 and 79. And then 80 and 89, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them are between those numbers. And then last is between 90 and 99. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after I've counted all those, that's what goes in the frequency part. And then for cumulative frequency, cumulative means to accumulate or add up as you go. So in the first range of numbers, there was 4. And then what you do is you just add as you go. So add these two numbers together and put the answer here. And then add these 3 numbers together and put the answer here. And then add all 4 together and put the answer here. So what that means is for all of the numbers, there's 20, or 89 and younger, there's 14, or 79, not younger, lower, there's 8, and 69, just 60 to 69, there's 4 people that got that score. Okay, so that's how you do that. And then the question is, how many students received a grade of 79 or below? So I go to 79 or below, and that would be 8. or I just add these together and I'd say that's 8, or I could look at the numbers and answer that question. There's 8 that were 79 or below. Okay, next type of chart is a stem and leaf plot. And in a stem and leaf plot, the stem on the left side could be a tens digit, or it could be a hundreds digit, thousands. In this class, we do tens and hundreds in a 6th grade class. So, and then you have to make a key. So you just pick one of the numbers, and they said 2 line 7 means 27, so you know that 2 is the tens digit. So the numbers listed here, if I am looking at this and reading it, would be 24, 27, 29, and they're in order. And then I have 30 and 36. Okay? So what I'm going to do is make a stem and leaf plot from these numbers here. And what I see is the smallest number is 23, and the largest number is 68. So for my stems, I'm going to make them tens. So I don't have any tens, but I'll just start with tens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. And what I'm going to do is, in order, I'm going to list the ones digit for the tens. So I'm looking here, and I have nothing that's in the tens. So I'm going to leave that blank because I have no tens. Okay, then I'm looking for 20s, and I have 23, 29, and 27. So in order, that would be 23, 27, and 29. And you kind of leave a space between those. I'm going to cross them off so I don't forget that I used them already. Okay, and I just put that in the tens on accident, so I'm going to move that down. Okay, now we're going to talk about the 30s. So I've got 30, 33. Oh, I missed 28 right here, so I'm going to put an 8 right there. And I've got 35, 37, 30, and 38. So my smallest is 30, and I have 30 twice. So 30 would be 30, 30. So do list it twice. So I have 30, 30, and then I think the next one I have is 33. And then I have 35 and 37. So this is called a stem and leaf plot. You just put stem, leaf, or leaves. Okay, now we'll do our 40s. I've got 45, 41, 40, 43, and 41. So I've got a 40, so do 0. 41 twice. So do 1, 1. I think I missed this 38. There we go. Okay, so now I've got 45, 43, so I'll do 43 and 45. See, I keep making mistakes and missing them, but since I'm crossing them off as I go, I find them later and put them in there. Okay, now I've got my 50s, so I've got 55, and that's it. So I'll do 5. And then my 60s, so I've got 60, 62, 68, and 61. So I've got 160. I've got 61, 62, and 68. And then I just check. You just want to check and make sure that you used all of your numbers. My notebook file just froze and now I can't open it, so I just switched to a PDF, so I don't have the answers there anymore, but you can rewind the video to see what was there. the key idea is that the tens digit goes here in the stem, and the leaves do need to be in order from least to greatest. All right, next is a line plot. And a line plot is where it's a good way to show what you have the most of and what you have the least of. So you would make a number line, and you would look and see, okay, my smallest number is 0, and my largest number is 6. So you'd make a number line counting by ones, going up by 6. If your numbers have a really wide range, like they're 100 across, then maybe you'd want to have your scale go up by tens. Okay, what we're going to do is make a line plot for this. So what you do is just go through from left to right or up and down and make sure you get all the numbers and put an X above the number. So I've got 2, 4, 1, 2. So I would do 2, 4, 1, 2. And you just stack the numbers up. 5, 3, 1. 5, 3, 1, 0, 4, 3, 2, 0, 4, 3, 2, 5, 3, 2, 5, 3, 2, 4, 6, 1, 4, 6, 1, 4, 2, 2, 5, 4, 2, 2, 5. Okay, question is, how many slices of pizza did most people eat? Well, which one's the highest? 2. So you would say 2 pieces is what most people ate. Most of the people ate 2 pieces. This question said, I forgot to look at that, how many soccer players can bounce the ball more than 36 times? So you would look at your stem and leaf plot and count how many of these numbers are more than 36. Or you would just look at the numbers and, anything that's more than 36 you would count. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so that's a line plot. And then we'll skip the lesson quiz. So that is it for making those 3 types of ways to display data.